tried out ultrasonic distance meters in the past, and if you have, you're probably familiar with their limitations. When it comes to taking accurate measurements in large or complex environments, you just can't beat a laser distance meter. The Fluke 416D and 411D use light waves and frequency to get accurate distance measurements of up to 200 feet, with accuracy to within 1/16 of an inch. Because light waves don't spread out the way sound does to take measurements, bright light or a poorly reflective surface can make the laser difficult to see. But because Fluke is all about making your job ductwork, placing large pieces of equipment, measure right the first time, get it done fast, and get to work. We've been called to this location to assess their HVAC system's energy efficiency. Complaints about heating and cooling can stem from a variety of root causes, whether it be a poorly performing furnace or an inaccurate thermostat. We're going to head on inside and see exactly what type of system this place has and why it's not meeting up to the requirements. One of the measurements I'm going to need to get is the volume of this room. Now, I have a degree in mechanical engineering, so taking a volume calculation is well within my skill. But look just how easy the Fluke 416D makes this. I just press the volume button here, then take my 3 measurements. First I take length, then height, then width. You can imagine what kind of effort it would take to get the ceiling height in here without this baby. Even if we were outside and this was the exterior wall, we could use an indirect height measurement and the built-in Pythagoras function to find the height. How cool is that? And that's all there is to it. The laser distance meter does the calculation for me, and in seconds, the first step of my job is done. The rest of my measurements from 12 feet to 200 are going to be just as easy. I'm Chip Wade, structural engineer and carpenter on a popular home improvement show. I want to introduce you to a Fluke tool that will change the way you take measurements. Old school tape measures have gone the way of the T-square, replaced by cutting-edge laser distance meters like Fluke's 416D and 411D. Check this thing out. It's lightweight, compact enough to fit in your pocket or on your tool belt, and as rugged as any Fluke product. You get instant, accurate measurements up to 200 feet with the push of a button. We're talking distance, area, and volume, not to mention height measurements, all without moving an inch. You don't need a second pair of hands, you don't need to worry about obstacles or tape sag. You don't even need to be able to access the entire area you're measuring. For any professional in design, HVAC, electrical, or building management, Fluke's laser distance meters are must-have tools. Check out the 101 uses for a laser distance meter at the link on this window, or to learn more, watch some videos of the 416D in action. Converting this large open area into manufacturing space means running a lot of new wiring. We need to take plenty of measurements not only to see what kind of materials we need to purchase, but to ensure that we meet all necessary regulations so we don't run into trouble come inspection. So, there are a few measurements we need to get before we're done, but let's start with the fun one, taking distance measurements inside of a drop ceiling. Now you know there's tons of wiring run up here, and that can be a real nightmare for taking measurements, but not anymore. I'll just move this tile back and point the laser at its endpoint. The laser is really easy to see in the darkness up here, and so is the light up screen on my 416D. All I have to do is point and click. It's that easy. And because it takes continuous measurements and stores up to 10, I don't have to stop in between. When you're working up estimates for new clients, being able to knock them out as quickly and as accurately as possible is going to make a big improvement in your bottom line.